Hello, everyone, and welcome to tonight's Kiki. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day or had a wonderful day. Is having a wonderful evening whenever you guys are watching this. And if you're part of the replay game, don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know that you guys are here. And if you are already here, don't forget to come in and like this live. We're celebrating Tupac's 51st birthday today. Yes, we are celebrating Tupac today, all day, day. I guess I was muted. Sorry about that. So, again, since I was muted, thank you guys for joining me this evening. I hope you guys had a wonderful day or and having a wonderful evening. Don't forget to come in and like the live. Don't forget to hit the shop because the shop is definitely open. We're celebrating Tupac's 51st birthday this evening. And sorry that my video is going in and out. I probably will stop it, the video, and leave my logo up there if it continues. But like I said, we are definitely celebrating Tupac today. And if you see any smoke, your girl has got her incense going. We are burning patchouli tonight. We are burning patchouli tonight as we channel Tupac for his 51st birthday. I meditated some days ago to ask permission to do the reading for Tupac, and I got the okay. So what I got was a sign that it was okay to go ahead and do the reading. Can you guys hear me? Let me know in the comments that you can hear me. Exactly. Let me know that you guys can hear me. Let me know that you guys can hear me. Okay, you can hear me? Okay, great. So don't forget to like the live. If you're part of the replay game, leave a comment and let me know that you guys are here. Because I love my family. I love the family. If you join the live, great. If you are catching the replay, great. I just want you guys to definitely, enjoy the content here, okay? And if you hear excess, like, wind noises, that is just my fan going because it's hot. It's hot in the office this evening because it's summer and I'm in the attic. So again, we are celebrating Tupac's birthday. I can't say it enough because that's my boy. That's my boy. We gonna celebrate him. We ride or die around here for Tupac. Now he would have been 51 years old today, and he was an amazing artist. He was an amazing rapper, philanthropist, actor, activist, just all around wonderful person. Like any human being, he definitely had his struggles. Fame get to you anyway, shape or form. But I do apologize that the picture is going in and out, so you guys might not see me in this live. But it's not about me, it's about Tupac. So like I said, I did get the permission to go ahead to talk to Tupac, to channel him, and evidently he has a lot of things to say because he wants me to jump into it, and that's probably why he's messing with my electronics. So let's go ahead and stop chit-chatting with each other and let's get to the bloody reading here, okay? So I hope you guys can see that. I got Tupac all geared up and ready to go here. Okay. And okay, so that's better. That's better. So you guys can definitely see everything. And probably something y'all probably don't need to be seeing. Okay. So you guys can still hear me, hopefully. So, welcome Magnolia Empress. Welcome Erica. Welcome Sheila. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. Again, like the live as you come in, everyone. We're doing a celeb reading for Pac because it's his 51st birthday. And I do apologize for not being on screen. But, you know, the electronics is messing up and you know how that goes. Is the sound still good for you guys? Let me know in the comments. Because I got the comments out. And I'm paying attention to them. I've already said my prayer. Give me a thumbs up if you guys are doing okay. If you guys can hear. So I definitely will be using the that's on 90s tarot because he was influential in the 90s for sure. I will break out the learning tarot cards. I just got these. I'm definitely going to break those out. I want to break out my African American tarot. I'm not sure. I might. We definitely going to hit up the energy oracle. That's what we're going to be hitting up right now. So let's go ahead and do that. I just want to see any messages from Tupac that he wants to share with his fans. Spirit, please show me the messages from Tupac. What are the messages that Tupac has for his fans? His true ride or die fans. What are the messages that Tupac has for his true ride or die fans? So basically, Tupac is saying, watch our money. It's time for us to really be watching our money and be open to love. He definitely loves his fan base. He loves that. He loves that we remember him. He loves that we are ride or die for him. He loves that we are still behind him. But he, as much as we love him, He loves us, and he wants us to love each other. He's saying that we are definitely the magician. We could create our own reality. So he sees that a lot of us are having financial issues, having financial constraints. So we need to be focusing on our money and pinching pennies, saving for a rainy day and everything. Yeah, so he's saying, watch the money, because that's something that he didn't do. He didn't watch his money as closely as he should have. Watch how you're spending. Save more than you spend. He was out here living the lifestyle, got caught up, and he does have some regrets about money. Ask yourself, is it a need or a want? Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up. Don't get caught up. Okay? He's definitely saying that we design our own fate. We are in control. And he wants us to use our own power, to know our worth, know our power, and use it. Because right now is a great time. We're kind of like in a manifesting point, and this is, doors are opening. There is a new way coming, and we need to utilize this time to manifest the life that we want and that we desire. We're more powerful than we realize. If we come together as a collective, we will be even more powerful. If we come together as a collective, we will be even more powerful. We will be able to, whatever we touch will turn into gold. So he wants us to claim our power and embrace it. Now with this thinking woman, I'm thinking this is his mom. So he's definitely with his mother, which is amazing. I did meet her in real life when his book of poetry came out back in the day. A Rose Grows in Concrete, I believe that was the book. I had it, but unfortunate circumstances, I ended up losing it, and it was autographed, so I'm mad. But I did get a chance to meet her, and she was a nice person. They didn't allow us to speak to her, but she was nice. She was nice. I think in some ways he wish he listened to her more about certain things and followed her guidance more towards the later part. Not saying that they had fell out or had was in their separate ways, went their separate ways, but I think he's kind of wishing that he listened to her guidance a little bit more, and continue to follow her teachings. So, in a sense, he's also saying, listen to your elders. Listen to your elders. Listen to your elders. Is there any other messages before we start asking questions? Is there any other messages? Yeah, he definitely has some issues with money. He wants us to definitely have a sense of community. He wants us to get together as a unit to make change. He wants us to get together as a group, as a force to make change because we're stronger together. We need to make that connection. As human beings, we need to make that connection in order to manifest change. In order to manifest change, we need to be together. We're so much stronger together than apart. He definitely loves his fans. He definitely loves his fans. He appreciates his fans. He appreciates us keeping his memory alive. There's so much love and care. He kind of wishes he showed it more here on earth. He kind of wishes he showed it more how much he appreciated the fans. But he was just getting caught up. He was getting caught up. He was getting caught up. He's definitely a sensitive being. But he really wants us to pay attention to our money. It's time to pay attention to our money. It's definitely time to pay attention to our money. Because that's something that he regrets not paying attention to, is money going in and money coming out. Sorry for the ashes from the incense. So he definitely had some issues with money. And he wants us to be mindful of our money. Don't allow someone to make a fool of you. Don't be someone else's fool. That's what I'm getting. It took me a minute to be able to say it right. Don't be someone else's fool. Don't be someone else's fool. And I know I briefly talked about another reading at another time, what was going on at the time of his death. So he wants us to pay attention to our finances. He wants us to get together as a group. This is something that he really was trying to do while he was here, but he kind of didn't handle it right. But that was a goal for him, was to be able to bring us together, black, other, and white, to bring us together to make change. That was something that he wanted to do. Why wasn't you able to do that, Tupac? Why wasn't you able to do that? Deceit. He wasn't in control. He wasn't in control. He wasn't in control. He thought he was. When he wanted to make action, he couldn't, because someone was in the back pulling the strings and holding his money up. There was some deceit. There was some deceit. So he was stopped from doing that. He was diverted. I know, right? I know, right, Magnolia? Because he was ready to expand. He wanted to take action and expand. He was trying to think bigger. He was trying to think bigger, but he was being stopped from doing that. And he sees that now. Yeah, who did love to wear red? Was that Big Boy? I ain't gonna say his name. That was Big Boy, right? We all know who Big Boy is. Pac, do you have any other messages for your fans? Pac, do you have any other messages for your fans before we switch decks? Still, finances, heart chakra, self-love, love for community, love for self, love each other. The temple path. I've never drawn that card before. Never. He's calling for us to walk our spiritual path, whatever that may be. He's seeing that we're on a spiritual evolution. The doors is opening for that. Because spirituality is becoming, you know, a thing now. So he wants us to really, you know, focus in on our spiritual journey, hone into our spiritual journey, cultivate it. Because everything that you're experiencing now, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Let me move this card, these cards over a little bit so you can see it. The good, the bad, and the ugly all works to your greatest good, greatest and highest good. It's all for a purpose. It's all for a reason. So we're all heading in the right direction. And the choices that we make right now are important for our own personal growth and life lessons. So we're on spirit. He's encouraging us to embrace our spiritual journey, whatever level that you're on. Cultivate it, enjoy it, and move forth with it. But definitely pay attention to your finances. Hold on to your coin. And there's a lot of heart chakra going on. When I do channeling, it comes from the heart because it's pulling. There's a lot of healing that needs to be done. So he's asking for more love to be brought into this world and more love to be shown on each other and ourselves. So again, what I've been preaching every other Friday is self-love, self-care. So that definitely falls into that. Let's go ahead and switch decks. We're 30 minutes in, okay? Ooh, I need a second. Thank you, Tupac, for those beautiful messages. Thank you. Thank you. Let's switch to That's So 90s deck. I haven't even asked the question, but I'm seeing some cards that's flipped over, and me no likey that right now. Okay. Tupac, was Big Boy involved in your death? Show me if Big Boy was involved in your death. Yes, we're just going to go there. We're just going to there. Just going to go there. He wants to talk. We're going to let him. We're going to let him. With the fortune, the chariot. Everything was happening so fast. Everything happened so fast. So fast. And he felt there was some type of shift. There was some type of shift. Yeah. New people coming into the picture. Got the Fool. That's like a new journey. Was Big Boy part of your death? Page of Pentacles, 5 of Cups, Temperance, 5 of Wands reversed. Things was happening so fast around him. There was a shift. There was like new people around. There was new people around. It was a very fast-paced life. Night. So it's like you walked into something kind of blindly. He was working on something at the moment, but it was taking time. It was taking time. He received a message about what he was working on, and that it was going to take more time. I'll ask that question in a minute, Erica. With the 5 of Cups, it was something that he kind of was like regretting, or someone around him was feeling as if they was losing him in a sense. There definitely was some type of balance issue, because I got the Temperance card. And 5 of Wands. Yeah, there was an imbalance. There was some type of power struggle. That's what I'm getting in my head. Power struggle. And he was overindulging. He was indulging that night. And with the Five of Wands being in reverse, he was facing some challenges. I think before I talked about him maybe leaving death row. But it was happening. The night was going very fast. And there was a shift. And he was supposed to start a new journey. So I think he was trying to leave death row, but it wasn't happening quick enough. And someone realized that there was a loss, or Tupac was feeling a sense of, if I'm walking away from everything, and there's a loss. But he's not seeing what little is still remaining. Or the other person is like, I'm losing my biggest headliner, but not realizing that they still had a few good headliners still there. And they ran out of patience. There was an imbalance in a power struggle, and then you got the Five of Wands. So something came about to block the move, or someone blocked the move. And it might not be Big Boy. It could be someone else that was part of the label that kind of like blocked the move, and out of like trying to one up Pac, be like, well, I'm better than you, and it should be me. I wonder if he was trying to start his own label. I wonder if he was trying to start his own label and being talked out of it. That's something I want to explore too. Tupac, did you know you was going to die that night? Tupac, did you know you was going to die that night? Ten of Pentacles, Four of Swords, and the Devil. That night he was out to enjoy himself and the fruits of his labor. He had money on the fight, so he felt like he was going to win. He was out to enjoy himself. This was like his rest period. He was just like, I'm just out here trying to enjoy myself. He was really just out trying to enjoy himself that night. But he had this sense of wanting to break free. He wanted to break free. But his demons and how should I put this? He wanted to break free. He was overindulging, and it got the best of him that night, and he lost sight of things. He was out enjoying himself. He was taking a break. He was convinced to take a break because he'd been working so hard just to have financial stability and success. He wanted to break free, but he still had his demons, and he was feeling unrestrained and limitless and free. And I think he kind of lost sight of what was going on around him. Tupac, did you know that you were going to die that night? Let's see if we can get some more clarification. Tupac, did you know you were going to die that night? Okay. Page of Wands. Tupac, did you know you was going to die that night? Four of Wands. Three of Cups. Eight of Cups. Six of Cups. Five of Swords. Six of Wands. He was trying to celebrate that night. He was really trying to celebrate that night. His focus wasn't on anything but celebrating. His focus wasn't on anything but celebrating. He was really trying to just celebrate that night. He really was just trying to celebrate that night. With the Page of Wands in reverse, he was being reckless in his celebration. He was being reckless in his celebration. He's being reckless. He had reckless behavior. I got the Four of Wands, which is the family card. Excuse me. He was really just trying to celebrate that. Three of Cups is celebration. The Eight of Cups. There's a sense of someone basically trying to walk away from the situation. That's the Eight of Cups, or he was still sensing that he needed to walk away. Six of Cups. Ooh. Somebody from the past was there. He linked up with someone from the past that was kind of unexpected. Five of Swords. Conflict. Okay. Conflict. Five of Swords. Conflict. He got into a fight with someone from the past. There was an argument with someone from the past that he knew. this person believed that something was owed to them and they didn't get it. They believed something was owed to them and they didn't get it. What they got is not what they expected. And they was bitter about that. And I think they confronted Pac about that. Maybe they thought Pac was going to put them on, and it didn't happen the way they expected. But honestly, he was out. His focus was to party. Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords. Queen of Wands, Knight of Swords. There is a woman that he felt that he was going to have children with the Queen of Wands. This is somebody that he, cared for. And this is someone who is very attractive, very confident, friendly type being. She joked as much as he did. She may even have been in part of the entertainment world, may have already had kids or was willing to have kids. It's something that they talked about. So I don't know if he was in the relationship. Rumor has it that he was in a relationship. He probably wasn't in a relationship with Mariah, but he was in a relationship with someone that was motherly and everything. Had charm and charisma, and basically was like kind of like his equal. She brought comfort into his life. And then we got the Knight of Swords in reverse. Whoever he got into a fight with, it hurt his feelings, but he wasn't going to let that show. But also Tupac probably, I think Tupac is maybe admitting with the Knight of Swords in reverse that he might have provoked the situation. But it was like half-heartedly. He might have provoked the situation because he was in excess. He was indulging, and his focus was partying. It was me. It was me, Magnolia. It's me. The Queen of Wands is me. Let me take a minute. That's kind of heavy. But his focus that night wasn't on anything other than, pretty much partying. Since he got out into the atmosphere, his thing was to party. And enjoy the night. He betted. He had money riding on the fight. He was enjoying the fact that he was out. Once he got out into the environment, it's like a switch came on. It's like a switch came on for him. He might have been down. Queen of Swords in reverse. He might have been down, but once he got out into the environment, it's like a switch came on. What are you telling me about this Queen of Swords, Tupac? there was a female out there that was around him that was like basically being sharp tongued, willing to hurt people for the sake of hurting them. She got a perverse pleasure about that. She's a very negative person, so I don't know who this person is, but there was a woman around that was didn't take people's feelings into heart. Very cold, very cold, very cold, very driven, very driven. I don't know who this chick is. So I think Tupac might have been dealing with two women. One that was more caring, more he saw like a bit of a future with, but then there's this other woman that, you know, was the darker side of him, that didn't care about people's feelings. And I think he was leaning towards, for whatever reason, kind of leaning towards her. Tupac, was you about to... Oh, they told me to use another deck. And it's the yes, no deck. So I gotta dig that out. Okay, so this is the Angel Answers deck. I haven't used this thing in forever. So let's ask that question again for Erica. Tupac, did you know you was going to die that night? Tupac, did you know you was going to die that night? I got it is up to you. So that kind of makes me think that he had a choice of either going out that night or not. Tupac, did you know you was going to die that night? He doesn't want us to worry about him. But did you know that you was going to die that night? Tupac, did you know you was going to die that night? In a sense, he kind of knew. In a sense, he kind of knew. In a sense, he kind of knew. But he didn't think it would go down like that. He didn't think it was going to go down like that. He didn't think it was going to go down like that. He kind of low-key feel betrayed. Low-key, he kind of feel betrayed. He does not want us to worry about him. He's good. My head don't feel heavy now. He don't want us to worry about him. I don't know where this nice little breeze is going over my head. He don't want us to worry about him. He's fine. But he kind of low-key did feel like a betrayed that night. Like damn. This how I'm about to go down? Because in my opinion, I fully believe that he knew that his time was short. I think he was very vocal about that. But I don't think he was gonna. He knew he was gonna go down like that. And I think they had to do it the way that it was done. They had to catch him off guard in order to do it. They had to catch him off guard in order to do it. Tupac, was you going to start your own label? Tupac, was you trying to start your own label? Nah, y'all gonna laugh. He literally was trying to take, I think he was trying to take over Death Row, or have more involvement with Death Row. I think he thought he was going to be able to be like the second man in charge, like a vice president or something like that. I don't think he was going to start his own label. I think he was trying to get higher up into Death Row. Again, Queen of Wands. I wonder if it's a female that Six of Swords reverse. I wonder if it was a female playing a part in even encouraging him to do it. Fortune, Judgment. Tupac, was you trying to start your own label? Tupac, was you trying to start your own label? I knew that was going to flip back out again. So I wonder if it was a female that was encouraging him to do it, or to branch off himself. Rumor has it that he's supposed to have another goal of his was to team up with Biggie and bring East Coast and West Coast together. That was a rumor. So that was a project that was in play. I kind of saw that in the cards. Six of Swords. Six of Swords reversed. Yeah, he was being sabotaged in when it came to trying to get into the higher ranks of Death Row. Or starting another project or another label. He was being sabotaged. He thought he was going somewhere, and he wasn't. Low-key, he did feel a way of, he kind of felt a way about leaving Death Row, but he did see that it was necessary in order for him to grow. And then I got the Page of Wands. Whew! Page of Wands reversed. Again, reckless behavior. Reckless behavior. Taking risks for the sake. This was a risk that he was willing to take because he was Pac. He was being reckless. Khadija may be the Queen of Wands. That's a possibility. him voicing his desire to be more involved in death row or moving on caused problems, which caused a shift. Wheel of Fortune, it caused a shift. Something turned. Judgment in reverse. Someone in power was refusing to see the change that was necessary and wanted to keep things the way it was. And Pac probably felt like he was forced to try and move on. He wanted to grow. Somebody wanted to keep him back. If Tupac wanted to grow, someone wanted to keep him back and keep things status quo. Someone didn't see what the problem was. And Five of Cups, again, that's the crying over spilled milk card. Not seeing that you still have options. So whoever this person is, even if they allowed Pac to leave, or even, have more involvement, I think they just didn't want him to have more involvement in the company or leave the company. Pac knew it was a risk. It was a risk, but it was a risk he was willing to freaking take. He wanted to be free. He had contracts. He was so tied up. He was tied up in a contract. So it's not like he could really leave if he really wanted to, but he was settled with having more say in the company, and they wasn't willing to give him that. Him having more say will cause problems. It's like sharing when you don't want to share. Trust me, I know, because I'm not good at sharing. Didn't want to share the power. Okay. Sidebar. Snoop getting control over death row, buying death row, is payback. Snoop buying death row is payback. It's not just also him getting control of his music and reviving death row in a positive light. It's payback. It's payback. Because Pac wanted to do it. Pac wanted to do it. Snoop was able to have the opportunity to do it. Snoop bought death row because of Pac. That's one of the reasons. That's one of the reasons. He may not say any of it, but that's some of the pull for him to do it. No wonder I felt so excited when Snoop bought Death Row. Let's go back to the energy cards. Okay, Pac, you coming out now. Pac, how do you feel about Snoop owning Death Row? Pac, how do you feel about Snoop owning Death Row? Pac, how do you feel about Snoop owning Death Row? Pac, show me how you feel about Snoop owning Death Row. Woo! My heart chakra just opened. Just got light. My chest got light. And I'm giddy. Messy. Pac, show me how you feel about Snoop buying Death Row. Yes, Paris, that's true. Pac believe he is bringing balance to Death Row. Pac feels that Snoop is going to be able to bring Death Row into a positive light and not be defined by negative. And I'm sorry if I'm not putting you guys' comments on the screen. I'm so focused on Tupac right now. I do apologize. I know that's a feature that we all like, but I'm so into this reading. Pac, show me how you feel about Snoop owning Death Row. He's glad he took action because someone needed to take action. It's an action that he wanted to do, and he's glad Snoop took the action to do it. Again, the black horse and the white horse. White horse is leading, black horse is back, is bringing a negative into a positive light. Pac, show me how you feel about Snoop owning Death Row. Pac is warning Snoop about underhanded people, though they're still there. They're still there. It's still people there that have bad intentions, so he need to be leery of those people. Snoop got a lot going on, and he needs to be leery about the people around him. He needs to be mindful, not just leery. Mindful. Mindful is a better word. He needs to be mindful of the people around him. Snoop needs to be mindful of the people around him. He loves it. He loves it. He loves that Snoop owns Death Row. I got him laughing. He's laughing. He's laughing. I wish I could see me, because now I'm happy and giddy and all that good stuff. Again, action. Angel of Balance. Yeah, he bringing out the same card. So, whew, he is happy that. Yeah, he's happy that Snoop owns Death Row. He's happy. He sees that it is bringing balance. He loves that shit. He is bringing that balance. He loves that ish. He's also talking, he wants to reference Snoop's spiritual journey. He sees that. He sees that growth. He sees his to Snoop's spiritual growth. That is to be highlighted. Snoop's spiritual growth is to be highlighted. Because that is what allowing him to own death row and bring balance to death row, the new death row. Last question. Last question. I'm really just, I know I was showing you guys a bunch of decks in the beginning, but I'm really just doing this 90s deck and this energy deck. Tupac, are the people that killed you dead or in jail? Now look, that was too many cards, not Tupac. Tupac, please show me if the people that killed you are dead or in jail. Two of Swords. Ten of Swords. King of Cups. Whew. Give me a minute, y'all. Because he's not giving me a definite answer. It's like, I don't see jail cards. So we gonna be waiting a while for that. Because with the Two of Swords, it's like, don't be looking for any information about who killed him anytime soon. Because it's somebody that's really keeping that under wraps. It's somebody that's keeping that really up on the wraps. Because they're manipulating the situation. So it's a lot of, I heard red tape, but it's a lot of maneuvering. It's a lot of maneuvering to keep things up under wraps. So don't be looking to hear, and that's heartbreaking because my heart hurt now. But don't look to be hearing about whether or not we gonna find who killed him, or if they, what happened to them. Because the people that know aren't willing to say. And if they, or they're not willing to say, and or they won't risk it. It's a lot of manipulation around the situation. It's a lot of manipulation. I'm not even going to ask his mama. I respect her enough. It's a lot of manipulation around the situation, so we're not going to find out. It's going to turn into like a myth type of situation. Like mythical. It's going to kind of turn into like a myth. It's going to reach mythical status. Like it's going to be an unsolved mystery kind of forever, and everyone's going to have their own theories. And some of it's true and some of it's not true. But y'all, I'm well out. I know it's disappointing, but I don't think we're gonna find out anything. I really don't. Tupac, will we find out who killed you? 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 Please show me if we will ever find out. Will it ever be revealed who killed you? I'm doing one last question to see if he'll say something. King of Cups. That's that manipulation. That's that manipulation. Someone's manipulating the situation. I don't think we're gonna find out. Not the real truth. They're toying with the information. You're not going to find out the truth. Yeah. We're not going to find out the truth. Alright, guys. I'm shuffling and getting nothing. Oh. The Fool. Five of Wands. The Fool. They may be reopening the case. They may end up reopening the case. But the manipulation is still there, but they may reopen. There might be some new interest in the case. But the Five of Wands, 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 Five of Wands. Yeah, someone is going to try to open up the case because they have something to prove. They want to prove something. Brenda, baby, ground is AF. Yeah, they might try to reopen the case, but it's going to be too many people butting heads on how to reopen it. Where they need to go with it. It's going to be a lot of butting of heads when it comes to reopening this case. If they're going to reopen the case, it's going to be a lot of butting heads. So it'll be a little bit of conflict. Like the city may not want to, invest in reopening the case. But you want to have someone try to reopen the case. then it's still going to be that manipulation there. So yeah, you'll see. You probably will hear soon. Not soon. Not. Let's not even go there. You may hear sometime down the line, in the near future, of a re-interest in his case. But it's going to be arguments on how to reopen, if they're going to reopen the case, and how to reopen the case, and how to handle the case. It's going to be a lot of conflict and butting heads about that. That child probably done went into witness protection. Brenda's baby probably done went into witness protection. But yeah, so they're gonna be butting their heads if about reopening the case, and because they're gonna be re-interest in the case. But they're gonna be butting heads on how to reopen the case, and then there's gonna be that manipulation there, and maneuvering of information and evidence, and there's some lost evidence too. Mishandling of evidence. There's some mishandling of evidence. And with that, I'm going to thank Tupac for showing up for his birthday. Happy 51st birthday, Tupac. You do understand how much we love you. I think you do, but you don't fully understand how much we love you and how much we respect you. We're going to continue to be ride or die for you. It's Tupac for life. Thug life for life. You know, please keep his messages in mind. Love one another. Love yourself more. Be more involved in the community. Get together. Get together. Get together as a community. Black, other, and white. Get together as a community. Be one. Unify. Unify. You want to continue Tupac's legacy? Fight injustice by unifying. Fight injustice by unifying. Again, thank you, Tupac, for those lovely messages, clearing up some. Hopefully, I interpreted your messages as clearly and concisely as possible. Thank you for allowing me to channel you and bring your messages to the people. Thank you so very much, because I love you. Ride or die, I'm always going to be a Tupac fan. So happy birthday, Tupac. Thank you guys for joining me this evening. I'm going to go ahead and end this live at this moment. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit the bell notification to be notified each time I upload a new video. Thank you again for joining me this evening. And I will catch you guys in the next one. Have a great evening. Good night.